Hey everyone, Melly Mel here from Sincerely Creative Mom. Y'all, today we're going to make a really simple winter Christmas pretty wreath. We're going to use a grapevine base. We're going to use a wooden snowflake as our sign. We're going to use some greenery, some leftover greenery, and just a little bit of ribbon. Okay, I'm going to secure everything of the greenery with the glue pot, which you probably hear kind of ticking in the background. Okay, so we're going to start with this. It's a small frame. This one actually, I think it's a 14-inch. No, it's a 16-inch. It's little, okay? We're going to start with a small grapevine frame. The first thing I did was I took the snowflake sign here. I kind of built it up. I used the back of my ribbon spool to kind of build it up because it's kind of thin, and my 1/4-inch staple would probably go through this sign here. Okay, so I built it up a little bit. I added some pipe cleaners, one on each side, and we're going to just stick it on here. I'm going to sift those pipe cleaners through, right through that grapevine, and kind of twist it off in the back so that it stays right where we want it to. Okay, nice and tight so it stays and doesn't wobble. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So these grapevine wreaths are so popular. They're very natural looking, super, super cute. You can glam them up if you want. And we're going to make it really simple today. The snowflake kind of has a rustic look to it. Okay, so I went ahead and secured that in really easy. Okay, tuck those in so that you can't see them. All right, so we have our snowflake here. And we're going to add, so the main pieces I have are actually full stems, okay? This is a full bush spray, whatever you want to call it. And I purchased them just like this, and we're going to put them in just like this, okay? Nice and easy. So I kind of already fanned this one out a little bit. I gave it a little life, and I gave it a little curve here on the stem. We're going to leave it like that, okay? And I'm going to curve it in here just like that, okay? I'm going to curve it in there just like that. I'm going to put a nice glob of glue on here. A nice generous glob of glue in there. And I'm going to slide it right in just like that. Okay, all the way in, getting those glue all the way going through. Perfect, just like that, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to spread these apart just a little bit, give it a little bit of life. Give it a little bit of life, right? Spread it apart. Y'all, don't be nervous when you see these in the store and they're all clumped together and they look not so pretty. Just pull them out. Give them some life. Okay? All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stuck that in there. Just kind of the same thing because I want it to go about right here. Okay? There we go. So I'm going to put a nice little glob of glue on there. I'm going to come around right under here to do the same thing. Slide it in there. Get that piece right in place. There we go. Up a little bit further. Actually, good. So it was a little bit low for where I wanted it to go, so I just brought it back out before it got in there too tight. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Just spread it apart. Okay? There. Now, I'm going to take, so I have leftover, lots of leftover stuff. So I'm going to take some leftover, they have some glittery on them. I'm going to go ahead and put this right underneath. So it's going to come out the ends there. Oopsie. So I'm going to get that right underneath. Kind of spread that out. Okay, what I do to the bottom or what I do to the top, I do to the opposite side, okay? So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Just going to slide this underneath there. Nice glob of glue on there. So we get that glittery coming in from the underneath side. So we're going to sprinkle some in on the top. Okay, so I had those nice big sprays. Put a little bit underneath. I'm going to put some on top. This greenery piece is a little bit of glittery also. I'm going to put this right on top. Kind of coming right down into that stem there. Kind of fanning this in here. Weave it in. Do that same thing to the other side. You guys, mixing greenery is one of the biggest questions I have. How do you mix greenery? Look, as long as you mix it all together and weave it all in, it's going to look like it all belongs. It'll be perfect. Okay, one thing I had left, I had one stem. It was kind of long. Let's see if I can sprinkle this in. Right kind of in here. Giving that center, that mass of the stem a little bit more mass. There we go. Same thing to the other side. You can see this is just building up nicely. I'm just giving it some life. Sticking those right in there. These are just, most of them were just leftovers. So we're just working with what we can, or what we have. Right? Okay, so from here, I do have some greenery left. But I'm going to take, excuse me, I'm going to take some ribbon here and start making a bow. The goal is to finish off this piece right here. So I'm going to leave one long strip. Let me move you here a little bit. Okay, I'm going to leave one long strip. That gives us room to wiggle with, right? We can curl it, we can do some things. And then I like to have a small loop right in the center. Okay, so we're going to pinch. And now this is a flannel ribbon, so the top is definitely flannel. In the bottom you can see it's more of the plaid. So I want to always make sure that I have that pretty flannel on the top. So by doing that, I'm always going to twist my ribbon, okay, so that I can always see the pretty side on top. And from here, we're just going to pinch, twist so I can see pretty, loop, pinch, twist so I can see pretty, loop. And I'm going to make them about a little bit bigger every loop I go. Pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop. Same thing all the way down. I start my bows from the top. Some people start from the bottom and work their way up. The good thing about it is it all looks pretty in the end. So however you're deciding to make your bow, it's going to be beautiful. Okay, pinch, twist, loop. Okay, last one, pinch, twist, loop. Okay, and then I'm going to pinch one last time, and that last one is going to be my other ribbon tail that comes down the other side. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, put it right over the center here, twist it, flip it over, nice and tight. I'm going to take that pipe cleaner, squish the whole ribbon down in that center, nice and tight, twist a couple times. Okay, now I'm going to bring this other tail nice and long. We can decide what we're going to do with it after. I'm going to hold that center, okay? I'm going to bring both of those tails down to one side, going the same way, okay? And I'm going to pull on these. Now, because I made sure that my pipe cleaner was nice and tight, I have enough strength in that pipe cleaner to move these loops around all over the place so I can get it in the perfect shape. Nice and airy, nice and loopy. Okay? There, just like that. Okay, we're going to set that in here. Just like this. Okay, we're going to go right down the center. Pulling those pipe cleaners right through the actual pipe cleaner. This is always the tricky part, y'all. Pulling that pipe cleaner right through that center so it kind of stays hidden in there. Okay, pull it right to the back. Look, I'm just pulling it right to the back. Twist it nice and tight. I'm going to twist it a couple times so that it gets out of the way. Okay, twist it a couple times so that that gets out of the way, and stuff it right back into the grapevine. Okay, so now we have this real pretty bow going on here. And now that it's in place, we can finish putting that greenery in and kind of tucking it all around. Okay, I like to curl these, so we're going to do that. I'm just going to cut the ends like a little V, and then I like to curl them up and just scroll them up. Okay, and they'll hang nicely when it's on your door. Cut this one too. Scroll it up nice and tight so it has that nice little scroll on the end. Look. Okay, it also gets that ribbon out of the way for when we're going to come in and put the rest in. So you don't want under your bow to look naked. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the rest of these little pieces, these extra pieces. I'm just going to fill in underneath here so that it doesn't look so naked. Okay, I'm going to come into this side and add a piece here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to cut these pieces. It doesn't need to be that big, so I'm going to cut these pieces into little smaller pieces. And just fill this in nice and generous with the glue. There we go. Let's stick this one right over here. So it's giving your bow a nice base to lay on as well. Careful you don't stick your fingers right in the glue. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the inside again so that it can support that. We're just using whatever we have left. I think I'm going to use this one. It's just one left, one last one here. And we're going to put this in here right underneath so it supports this side of your ribbon. Okay, so we took a 16-inch grapevine. We added a little cute snowflake. Okay, we took two main bushes, branches, greenery pieces, whatever you want to call them, and we added those in. And we took the rest of the greenery, leftover greenery that I had from all over the place, and we added those in, sprinkled them in all over. What I did to the top, I did to the bottom. What I did to this side, I did to that side. We put in a nice open layer loopy bow. And now we have a perfect greenery ribbon bow wreath for your front door. This would be perfect for Christmas. It can hang up all year round. You can see it kind of sparkles all over. We covered the sides. We covered the inside. It is Beautiful. Y'all, if you haven't yet, I would love for you to let me know how you enjoyed this video. I tried to go quick, but cover all the pieces so that it would go along, work along. If you haven't already, I would love for you to like my page and follow me, where we do all kinds of things just like this. We're live on Mondays for a free tutorials, or you can ask questions while I'm live. I would love to see you there. Again, my name is Melly Mel. I am from Sincerely Creative Mom, and this is all we have for you tonight. I'm just cleaning up the rest of this so that it looks kind of cleaner. There we go. Y'all, Melly Mel from Sincerely Creative Mom, thanks for joining.